Increases cold damage. 5 potion slots. Increases mana regen. I'm gonna break these all down.
Yes. Yes.
Reduce damage over time. No, that's tree wide. Okay.
Yes.
Set item. Okay, I can get up to 26. Yes, you. Yeah, you. Defiled Valley. Gary Matriarch again. I've been I have a Now TV subscription, so I've been watching a bit of Batman Brave and the Bold. Sadly, it doesn't have all the three series on it. Even one episode randomly, like, not cut quite in half, but the end of the main story is, it's the one where I think it's called Sword of Atom. They've just made it to the miniature city, and they're just introducing the advisor, and it cuts out. And it's weird, but beyond the issues like season 1 not being there, start of season 2 not being there, I am actually quite enjoying it. I never really gave it a chance as a kid, because I came in, after watching, Batman the Animated Series. Yes. I came in after watching Batman the Animated Series. I came in after watching Justice League. What bits I saw of them. Even I saw a bit of the Batman. So, seeing the Brave and the Bold and how different it was turned me off. I was expecting more like, you know, Batman the Animated Series or Justice League. Not campy, or is it even campy? Not silly fun, you know? But now that I'm older, tastes have changed, I can really look back and appreciate it. There we go. But yeah, now that I'm older and tastes have changed, I can look back and really enjoy it and regret that I missed out on it when I was younger. And have difficulty finding it now. I really liked the, there's an episode where they go in time and to save Batmans from the different eras. And they aid this like Roman one. And if I'm remembering it right, he goes by the name Batmanicus. Which is just fantastic. It's just hysterical. Batmanicus. Like, you can't get better than that. Okay, this seems awfully euphemistic. You know, snake piercing me out of that thing's mount. I thought that was like a wash machine or an old TV. Beautiful. Oof, ow. I always hate these guys. did also love the little skit they had at the start of one episode. Where it's like Aquaman's home life as like a sitcom. And the Black Manta like plants a bomb in the mail. And it's like, oh, Black Manta, that's not very neighborly. And it's like a comical, you know, like bundle of TNT. It's... Oh no, it's Jarman. And actually, one thing I have been enjoying, I haven't watched it in quite a while now, but I've been meaning to get back to it. Tokusatsu Spider-Man. I think that's how you say it anyway. I imagine most people have seen like Power Rangers, yeah? That's a whole genre over in Japan. Like, Power Rangers is like tied in with Super Sentai in some capacity. According to Wikipedia, and I'm not sure how far this goes, but they took the Super Sentai show and put in different actors for the non-Japanese markets, or maybe just the West, or maybe for the West, and everywhere outside of Japan got the West, you know, the American version. I have no idea, but apparently they just took the like action scenes of the Japanese stuff and put in like American actors or whatever in for the rest. It was weird, but that's the side point anyway. Look it up on Wikipedia. Maybe Wikipedia is full of lies. It often is. But that's not what I was getting at anyway. You know Power Rangers anyway. That's a whole genre over in Japan. Like I was mentioned, that Super Sentai. That's the show that originates from in some capacity. Another show will be Kamen Rider. A lot of these shows, I don't know about Super Sentai, I think it is. A lot of these shows anyway call back to... Ah, fuck. The guy's name was on my mind and now I can't remember it. Shinomori, that's it. Fuck. Oh, that's awesome. There's actually apparently 2 planets named in honor of Kamen Rider. The guy who played the original Kamen Rider and the series itself. Haha, that's awesome. But yeah, Shinomori did a lot of this kind of thing. And others, I'm sure. I just don't... This is all I know of him. Kaider. Kai Kaider? Enshin Ninja... Yeah, it seems... Oh god, the Zubat thing. There's another... Oh, shit. Sorry, folks. You could actually see my screen, and stuff that I didn't know was on it. I forgot I hadn't this focused on the game. There's another show he did, and he actually had one of the Kamen Riders from... one of the Kamen Riders in it. I believe it was the guy who played V3. He had him in it as the main guy in another series. I think it was the main guy. Let me get it up here. Zubat. But anyway, there's a funny scene on it of Zubekai having a standoff with some villain. And the villain has his goons. He throws a boomerang and cracks the plaque on the shrine. So the main guy throws the boomerang, and it picks the plaque back up and like fixes it back to the wall and together. They basically like reverse the film. And then the boomerang flies, hits all the goons before returning to the main dude's hand. Then he says something to the villain, chastises him for damaging the shrine. And then all the villains' pants drop because he damaged their belts. And he turns away, looks away, but then looks back through a crack in his fingers. At the camera, though, given that he was shooting his eyes from seeing the villain's boxers, then looking through it, it kind of looked like... It kind of looked funny, that's all. But you have to see it yourself, it's hysterical. But the Spider-Man thing is another Tokusatsu. Tokusatsu? I've never heard anyone say it, so I'm guessing. It's another thing by Shinamori. It came out in 78, I think, 79. And it was an official thing with Marvel. And he's even been referenced in more recent Marvel comics. You know the Megazord they have in Power Rangers? The idea of a tokusatsu show with mechs, apparently, from what a claim I've saw online, apparently stems back to that Spider-Man show. That Spider-Man show has nothing to do with, Peter Parker, or, any of the Spider-Man you'll see over here. I'll keep playing. I just need to stop and focus sometimes, and especially with difficulty here. It has nothing to do with... Yeah, all's good. It's nothing to do with Peter Parker or any of the other Spider family you would know. Miles... I think that's another guy's name. I can't be honest. After Peter Parker, I don't know the rest. What was I saying? It has nothing to do with them. He doesn't get his powers through a radioactive spider bite. No. An alien spaceship lands, crashes into the Earth. His father goes to investigate. The main guy, hearing a voice, beckoning him, summoning him, ends up driving to the same location. He finds, spoilers here, his 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, his father murdered. Before his eyes. By the villains, and he nearly dies as well. But he falls into a crack in the earth, leading him to why that spaceship crashed into the planet. It was summoned by a guy. Garia? It's been too long. Something like that. The last survivor of Planet Spider, who gives him a blood transfusion. Then, mostly, perishes. He's able to live on for an extra episode in the form of a household spider, basically. He gives him advice, guidance, but like I said, he only lives for an extra episode. And, gives him some advice for his new powers. And gives him a gadget from the Spider Protector, which... I think it was called Spider Protector, but yeah, it shoots the Spider-Man costume onto him. And he also gets a bike, and he gets that spaceship, which transforms into a mech, so he can fight the monsters. Story goes, according to the wiki, someone actually stole the costume early on in development, so most of the fights end up being the exact same. Sadly. But it's still really enjoyable. And there was a scene in the second episode I was not expecting. It's not a critique or something. It was just like, wow. I did not go in expecting it. The main guy is just kind of internally monologuing and thinking about all the stuff that's happened. His father's murdered. He's got the blood of the last survivor of an alien race flowing through his veins. He was the only person in all of existence that could commune with the guy. Basically, the guy had psychic powers, but they were very finely tuned to the point where only one other person in existence could actually hear his psionic abilities. The main guy. Which leads the survivor Garia to calling him brother and stuff like this. Or something like that. It's been too long, or maybe it's like a year, maybe? It's half a year. But he's thinking about it all, and then you get some flashbacks that you didn't get in the previous episode of, I think it was Garia coming to Earth. He'd come back, found his family slain, his people's leader slain, and he sets off after the villain whose name and faction I've forgotten, to avenge them. He finds him on Earth in like feudal Japan, and they clash, and he's gonna win, but the villain like opens the ground under him or something and traps him under there in a cave of spiders. And the Garia then like just lingers down there for hundreds of years. People from Planet Spider are long-lived though, so hundreds of years, past like 20 to him. So it wasn't as bad for him as it would be for a human. But it was his hate and desire for revenge keeping him going the whole time. The moment he had someone to take up the mantle for him, he, like I said, he died. But during that montage, the fade in and fade out, sorry, not montage, the flashback, the fade in and fade out of it is centered on the face of Jesus on the crucifix, because the main guy wanders into a church. And it's just like this cinematography is outright saying Garia is a Christ figure. And it's just like, I was not expecting that in my campy tokusatsu. Like, again, on some level, I keep thinking of Power Rangers, you know? And so when they do stuff that differs from it, I'm just somewhat shocked. I shouldn't be, but I know on some level I keep not expecting it. Because I grew up loving Power Rangers, but you know, it's very PG and kids friendly. You go look at Kuga. People die on camera. It's not gory and horrific, you know. But people are outright dying. Men, women, children are getting attacked, killed. One villainess goes into a swimming pool and kills people by like dramatic temperature differences, like calls it in the pools. I think it was like causing heart attacks or something. Another guy is flying above the city, sniping people with a feather blow dart. He shoots feathers at such a speed they just pierce through their chest, killing them. Pierce into their heart, killing them. Another guy is a sadist. He attacks people with glancing strikes, then disappears. Then they drop dead 3 days later, and medical science can do nothing to save them, as they're in perfect health. Then suddenly, a metallic substance is spiking its way through their brain, and it can't be detected beforehand till it's killing them. At 18, ends up committing suicide to avoid this. And that's in Kuga, that came out in 2000. In an older one back in the 70s, Kamen Rider V. It's not V. Kamen Rider X. They show kids being mind-controlled, hypnotized by a villain, to jump off a building, believing this bat sheet they have, or bed sheet, sorry, will let them fly. They slap off the ground and die. It's not gory again or horrific, but it's the idea of it. I'm still shocked and like, oh my god. So it just, again, I was not going in expecting, oh yeah, Spider-Man. He's apparently got a mech in this, and it's just like, he's got a mech in it, and he was given blood by an alien Christ figure. It's just, I was just surprised, that's all. I'm waiting for someone to shit the bed over my remark there, but... Woohoo! That's a good shield. Yeah, actually, no, that's actually a fantastic shield. Good block rate, good block effectiveness, and 53% increased melee physical damage. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, and then the additional 25%. Titan femur. I need to focus. After talking for so long, I'm kind of out of twack. I think the person there was saying that they feel the game has an item issue, that they're level 70 and they're still using things from 40s, 50s. Yeah, the game might need more items, I guess. But then again, someone's saying the apparently best things for their characters can drop at like level 8. Jesus. Fair point. Makes me feel better about still using this. It's not great for my character, but it's helping. It's doing what it can. Yeah, that's just seeming very euphemistic. I think part of the reason why I stopped trying to write for so long is I kind of lost my nerve with it. It's hard for me to do it. I always, well, not always, but often end up feeling like there's someone like breathing down my shoulder when I'm trying to write, be creative. So it makes it more difficult to do so when it's, you know, when you feel like someone's gonna go ballistic at any moment. No one is. Mum's perfectly supportive of it, and I'm like using her as a sounding board. And, you know, I'm reading what I'm writing, asking for critique, and whatnot. It's just... I was Bulldog growing up, and bluntly put, my mind's still stuck there. I have flashbacks to things that mistakes I made as a kid, or the bullying dad. So it's just my head's stuck in a hole, and it's hard to dig yourself out. Something I need to do, certainly, but it's just... I don't even know how to start, you know? Yeah, I don't even know how to start. And part of me is also wondering right now, is it a case of just moving on? You know, and letting go, because... Okay. Maybe I'm oversharing here, probably am. How should I articulate it? Maybe it's more to it than just that. I'm hoping the answer is... Oh, thank God. I hope they aren't lying. All your resistance is for free. That's actually for a point. I should probably respec a little and put more points into resistances.